Hi guys. Okay, so start number 2. I tried to do the intro, but I kept not liking it, so I'm like, no, we're not putting it out there. Not in like a perfectionism way, but more of a, I'm just so scatterbrained, which is okay. But yeah, today's reading is a reading about your wounds, about visibility. And I kind of like want to dig a little bit into your Chiron, which is in your birth chart, your wounded warrior. And I've been healing, well, I did one Reiki session so far, but you know, it definitely did shift a lot of things. Or in general, the Reiki sessions I've been doing have been hitting because can we see what happened? Yeah, I cut my hair. I finally caved. And on Saturday, I just decided I was like, we're cutting the hair. I was not sure how short I wanted to go, so I just literally grabbed my hair, cut a little bit, and cut higher and higher until I reached collarbone. Well, I wanted to stop around here, but then I was like, you know what, might as well just commit and cut it collarbone length. It's gonna grow pretty fast anyways. But yeah, this is kind of like rebirth energy. Your wounds are healing, you guys are shifting a lot. We're healing together, we're on this healing path together. So this is definitely about slowing down, this video, about what do you need to slow down so you can actually, what's the sentence, acknowledge what it is that you have not been acknowledging so far. For me today, for example, I did not really do anything besides wash the dishes, cook lunch, and then I actually baked, which was surprising. But yeah, it was still productive, but you know, I didn't do any work besides this right now. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give myself this day. And I was just bedrotting and all that. Yes, I was doom scrolling quite a lot in between, but even then inspiration hit because I wasn't forcing productivity. Did I feel guilty? Yes, I did feel guilty about not doing anything, but that's just a programming that I have to work around with. But yeah, it did inspire like a new thought, something I want to change maybe in my business a little bit. And yeah, so what is it that you need to acknowledge and kind of be aware of right now? So let's ask the tarot cards. Which is so funny because we literally have the King of the King of Swords, which is literally truth telling, speaking things, saying it. Then we have the Ten of Swords, we have an ending, could also represent depression here. And the kind of like that brain fog lifting, especially if you have seasonal depression, because that came through very strongly. We have the Three of Wands here. So it's expansion. It's like literally the focus. What do you focus on expands, right? So right now you're seeing clearer. You're seeing things more positive. You feel a little bit more motivated. So the energy behind what it is that you do is very different. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. That could literally represent gratitude right now. We're slowly moving towards spring. And also the Chinese New Year is next week. If I remember correctly, it was the 17th. So technically, if we don't go by the Christian or Gregorian calendar, nature-wise, this is the new year. This is literally when the fresh energy keeps or comes in, and you feel it. You feel it deep in your bones. You feel a little bit more. You wake up with a little bit more motivation, a little bit more, I don't know, pizzazz in your bloodstream, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, but we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Another card. Need to know. Oh, another one in reverse. And then the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you don't want to make decisions. You're scared of making decisions when you're not in the correct emotional state. You're like, oh my god, this is gonna mess everything up. Nothing is set in stone, okay? Circumstances can change anytime. We have the Hanged Man, okay. What do we need to let go of? 9 of Wands. This feeling, okay. This feeling of constantly having to survive. There constantly has to be a struggle. You need to let go of that struggle mentality. And also kind of like a victim mentality that you might have adopted over the years. If you grew up around people that really like milk the victim mentality, can be hard to break out of it. But you know, the oh, poor old me, my life's so shitty. There are people that just are here to complain, and it's insane. Like, it could be everything in their life could be so good, and then one tiny thing happens that's not within their vision, and they're like all of a sudden, oh, my life's so shitty, oh my god, like, why would you do that? Right? But it's kind of like you've been surrounded by it so much that it's really like locked in there in the subconscious. So you have to be careful when it pops up to not feed into it, okay? It's also, what I'm hearing is like energy siphoning. So this could be for some of you that there is someone or there are people in your life where they thrive when your life is going up in flames, where they're like, yes, let's be miserable together, you know? They cannot stand if you get ahead of the game, if you have better things happening to you. So they might be subconsciously manifesting your life to go a little bit bad, you know, because they are like, well, if you get better, if you improve and you get all these blessings and miracles, we're not gonna be able to relate anymore to each other. And they know that, and they fear that, because without you, they're no one, they're nothing. So they're trying to hold you like in their grasps. Oh my god, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Yeah, this is a karmic relation or connection, like, keep an eye out. I'm not saying right now cut them off right away, because you never know. But definitely Spirit agrees here with me. Adapt and balance out. When they're being a little bit too negative and all that, just say like, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't respond to your text. I'm just so busy. But you're actually like trying to keep the distance, you know. Don't let them come too close. Oh, 3 cards, interesting. Strength, High Priestess, and then the Fool. Okay, so this is the energy I want you to start adapting from today on. Doesn't matter whenever you're watching this video. This is it, okay? The Fool here represents literally try to take advantage of being the stupid one. It sounds bad, but you know, when you pretend to not know what's going on, even though you're highly intuitive, people will spill the secrets. People will just say everything because they're like, oh, they don't know. So don't try to always be the smartest one. Don't always try to show that people can't take advantage of. Because sometimes you gotta play the dumb one to see how far people will go. As a way of showing it basically in their face, like having the evidence. Because when you're playing naive, people are like, oh, this person is easy to take advantage of. But you're not naive, you're just playing a part just to see, like, show me your true colors, show me your face. And then that's when you strike. That's when you're like, yeah, not with me. You cannot play that game with me. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups, which is so interesting. It could have been literally a relationship or a bestie. Like, Someone that you thought was your bestie and then turns out they're not. Turns out they're not. Okay. We have the World card and then the Hermit. So taking time to observe, don't act. Just stay a little bit hidden. Be a background character. Usually I'm always like, be an NPC, be the main character. But this time, take a few steps back. You know, let them, let that other person think they are the main character in your life and you're the background character, just to see how is this person gonna act, how are they gonna talk and all of that. And here's the thing, there's power sometimes in being silent. I remember when I finished my hairdresser apprenticeship and people were talking shit about me, like my well, shit, not necessarily shit, but you know, there were things being said behind my back after, you know, I didn't work there anymore because I finished my apprenticeship and all that, right? And they thought I wouldn't hear it. They thought I would just always be in the dark about what the stuff is being said about me. And in general in my life, it's a big theme where I'm like, I'm so well liked, people will always tell me. Someone else will always come forward and be like, this person talked about you behind your back. And it always was. Always someone came and was like, okay, you need to hear what was said about you. And you know, it's very interesting because I was always the high priestess, right? But where's the Hermit here? Sometimes you just gotta be a little bit quiet and observe and let people have a perception about you that they want, you know. The World card here definitely presents the illusion. Since it is the last card in the deck, basically it is usually accomplishment, like the cycle ending, the chapter closing and all that. In this case, quite literally, let the world think what it is that they want to think. Everyone in their own little bubble has assumptions about you. It's not your job to go and fix their assumptions about you. And in this case, like Spirit is saying, lean back. Let them act. You don't have to go and correct their behavior right away. Let them stumble. Let them fall flat on their face, especially if they're acting against you with evil intentions. Let your ancestors handle that. I'm hearing you have bigger things to focus on, bigger dreams to chase than to worry about like if everyone likes you, if everyone's speaking good about you. Take advantage of that. Every time my name is being said, I get richer, I get prettier, I get a glow up, I get more successful. Every time anyone gossips about me, my name is mentioned in rooms in a negative sense. Words have power. Why are you not using it to your advantage? Transmute that energy. I used to do, whenever like someone sent negative energy my way, I would do a return to sender. Now I don't. I'm like, why would I give that? If you want to be so stupid and send energy my way, thank you for the free energy that I can use to my benefit. Sometimes you just gotta be a little bit selfish because this is your world, this is your reality. Especially if you don't go out of you, if you're, because I don't think you are, but if you always keep to yourself, you're always in your lane, you're always respectful and friendly with everyone, then who cares about what these other people are saying, thinking, or even sending in your direction? Use it to your advantage. I split the deck and we have on one side we have the Sun and then the other is the Queen of Cups. So the sun here is basically celebrate. You know how there are certain politicians that just tweet the most outrageous things ever? Like, where it makes you think like, why would you say something like that publicly? It's because any promo basically is like, it doesn't matter if it's good or if it's bad, as long as it keeps their name in other people's mouth and their, like, the tension on them, great. That's all they care about, right? So in this case, basically too, you don't have to go and fix everyone's opinions, views about you. And I feel like you really might struggle with that. Might come from people pleasing. So maybe your self-love needs to amp up a little bit. But yeah. Celebrate yourself. Allow yourself to be seen, even though it's scary. You don't have to be constantly just like, oh, I need to have this perfect image. It's not possible. Unless you spend your time affirming that and that's your dominant story, then yes, it's possible. But some of you are not that far yet around manifesting and all that, unless you want to. There's so many free accounts that you can look up. I personally recommend Taylor Tooks because I resonate with her the most. But yeah, stop trying to control every narrative that you hear about yourself. Okay, let's see. The fairies. Oh, love life. Oh, this could be definitely exes. Exes talking smack about you. Oh, they were crazy. Oh, like, yeah, they were the problem. Why? Sorry, why we broke up. And when maybe it wasn't you, it was them. But you know, one thing I learned, because I have an ex that definitely painted me as the crazy one when I wasn't the one that did the drama. But you know what, it bugged me for so long until like this month even still, and I was like, why do I care like what his family thinks? I'm never gonna see that family ever again. And not only that, I'm so lucky that things always correct themselves in the timelines, right? So he may say that, but maybe the truth already came forward. So why are we still being bothered by that? But yeah, it's definitely for some of you an X. Okay, we have here inform yourself, and when that card popped out, definitely alchemy came very strongly to my mind. Again, take an energy that is a negative circumstance or something. In general, I think spirit wants you to just know that nothing is set in stone and you can change and shape everything. Negative energy can be transformed into good energy. A circumstance never has to be a fixed circumstance because it can change at any given moment. Then we have perfect timing. So for those that have the feeling that things is not working out, don't worry, certain things take a little bit more time depending on your mindset. It's okay. Instead of being like, oh my god, things are not happening, like things are not moving, nothing's shifting, it's okay. Calm down, take a couple of breaths and just remind yourself that you are the absolute and operant power in your life. Then we have vegetarian diet. Who's vegetarian here? Or maybe you've been thinking about changing your diet, so you can definitely try it out. Be mindful though, not everyone can be a vegetarian, because you know, maybe you have certain deficiencies in your body where you need to eat certain things. I'm not the most expert about nutrition, but always consult it with your doctor first, please. Then we have new home. So you're gonna be moving soon. Everyone that's looking at houses or just wants to move but hasn't been really, the decision wasn't there yet, like should I not? Confirmation. Okay, you need some new energy around you. Okay, ooh, the High Priestesses are loud today. They're loud. Okay, we have connect with the element of air. You could be an air sign. You could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Then we have your High Priestess of Avalon, and the magic of water is resonating within you. And you know what's so funny? You know what came up in my mind? The TV show H2O with the mermaids. If you have been watching that, that's for you. I've been recently really thinking about, like, since 2026 is the year of whimsical energy, and also very much the 2000s and Y2K for some reason. Well, I definitely have been missing that era. I was like, you know what, this year we're gonna rewatch all my favorite childhood shows, especially in this case for me, magical girl stuff. So we're gonna rewatch Sailor Moon. So this could be resonating for you guys. Sailor Moon, Pretty Cure, I think it was called Doremi, the other one with the little witches as well. Then Winx Club, I've been really feeling pulled towards Winx Club again. There's this other one called Witch, but I just recently watched that in 2022, so that one's probably gonna be until the end of the year. But yeah, definitely feed your inner child a little bit. It's very neglected right now. Then we have don't lose yourself while you're trying to chase after your higher self or the best version of yourself. Okay, still try to honor the current you. Accept them, thank them for the lessons and all the things. Don't just brush them off like a chapter that you just want to be over with so quickly. And now we have don't let yourself be bent. So basically kind of like don't let other people dictate in which direction you go. Again, with the narrative thing, let them narrate away. People have nothing better to do, so just let them be in their own little fantasy world that they want to create. It's not your business to go and perfect the image of your being within their story. If they want to paint you as the villain, then you might as well just be the villain. Have fun with it, you know. But yeah, what should we do today? Okay, there's a blackberry here. I don't know if there's blackberry emojis, so if there's no blackberry, just a regular strawberry, okay? In the comment section. And then what should the affirmation be? I let go of other people's narratives about me. I think that would be perfect. Simple, but just cutting to the chase. So yeah, I hope this reading gave you the clarity that you needed. I will see you guys in the next reading. Until then, bye bye.